Over the years, tag team competition has either seen a resurgence in mainstream wrestling, if you're WWE, or it's been a part of the company's DNA since the beginning, if you're All Elite Wrestling. However, many seem to forget that for most of the 2000s and 2010s, TNA wrestling was known for having one of the best tag divisions in the United States. America's Most Wanted, Beer Money, and the Motor City Machine Guns are just some of the best representatives of tag team wrestling in TNA. But of the many tag teams to win championship gold over the years, which teams have managed to win the titles just once in their careers? Today at Lace 'em Up Media, we'll be going over the best one-time tag team champions in TNA. Just to be clear, we will be mainly focusing on the TNA and Impact World Tag Team Championships, so the GFW or NWA tag belts won't be considered for this list. So with all that out of the way, let's get into it. Number 5. Rey Fenix and Pentagon Jr. When former Lucha Underground stars, Rey Fenix and Pentagon Jr. showed up in early 2018, Impact fans got to witness some of the best high-flying wrestling they've seen in years. While Penta would spend some time as Impact World Champion and Phoenix would go on to challenge for the X Division title, the team aptly named the Lucha Bros decided to go after some championship gold together. By early 2019, the Lucha Brothers began a feud with Santana and Ortiz for the Impact World Tag Team titles, with the duo failing to win the gold at the Homecoming pay-per-view, but would get another chance in the main event of the February 8, 2019 edition of Impact, with Penta and Phoenix becoming the new champions. Their title defenses were smaller than you might expect, as they only defended them twice against the former champions and the makeshift team of Eddie Edwards and Eli Drake. In the main event of the inaugural Rebellion pay-per-view, the main event saw Santana and Ortiz beat the Lucha Brothers in a Full Metal Mayhem match to recapture the titles. Their reign may have only lasted 109 days, but it was enough for them to give us some incredible tag team action on their way out of the company. Number 4. The British Invasion. The trio of Doug Williams, Brutus Magnus and Rob Terry were newcomers to TNA's tag division in 2009, but quickly engaged in feuds with teams like Team 3D and Beer Money. Soon they would join forces with Eric Young and other anti-American wrestlers to form the short-lived faction known as World Elite, after EY helped Magnus and Williams become the new IWGP Tag Team Champions. At that year's Bound for Glory event, the Brits along with Beer Money, Team 3D plus Booker T and Scott Steiner fought in a four-way Full Metal Mayhem match for both the TNA and the IWGP tag titles. While 3D emerged as the new IWGP Tag Champs, the British Invasion also prevailed as they became the new TNA World Tag Team Champions, making them the first British-born team to accomplish this. For only 91 days, the British Invasion defended the tag straps against teams like the Motor City Machine Guns and Beer Money on house shows, TV and pay-per-views in the final months of 2009. Ironically, it wouldn't be an established team to beat the Brits for the titles, but rather the makeshift team of Sean Hernandez and Matt Morgan who, at Genesis 2010, defeated Williams and Magnus to become the new tag team champions. Short but memorable reign for two of the UK's greatest modern wrestlers. Number 3. Decay. For fans of a certain age, the January 26, 2016 edition of Impact was a special one, as it not only saw the debut of one of the company's most celebrated knockouts but also the origins of a new faction. Upon Rosemary making her first appearance inside the Impact Zone, she was soon being flanked by Crazy Steve and Abyss, who would soon lose his mask and in favor of some face paint, and thus the macabre trio known as Decay was born. After defeating Beer Money at that year's Sacrifice event to become the new TNA World Tag Team Champions, Abyss and Steve dominated the tag division from April until October of 2016 for an impressive 197 days, which is the longest reign for a one-time tag team on this list. Their victims ranging from makeshift tag teams like Jeff Hardy and James Storm and Grotto and Shera to more established teams like the Tribunal and the Bromans. Speaking of which, the Bromans and Decay had one of the better feuds at the time, with Robbie E. and Jesse Goddard quickly getting over with the crowd, and their bouts with Decay at Slammiversary and in a Monsters Ball match on Impact were great matches that sadly have gone underappreciated. Things came to an end when they lost the belts to Broken Matt and Jeff Hardy at Bound for Glory 2016 at the height of Matt Hardy's broken brilliance. Despite only holding the gold once in their career, Decay became the most over thing in the company and continues to be loved by the fans. Though the less said about the 2021 version of the group, the better. Number 2. Samoa Joe and Magnus. In his second appearance on this list, Nick Aldis aka Magnus once again finds success within the tag division, but with a much different partner. From 2010 to 2013, TNA saw a number of makeshift teams hold the tag titles, with many of them being some of the most forgettable if not the worst. However, one of the best from that time period would have to be the pairing of Samoa Joe and Magnus. In late 2011, the decision was made to put the two together as a team, and surprisingly the pair did better than anyone could have expected. After failing to win the tag straps at Genesis 2012, Joe and Magnus would come out on top the following month at against all odds, with the duo becoming tag champions for the first time since 2007 and 2009 respectively. For only 91 days, both men defended the belts a whopping 16 times between February 12 to May 13, 2012, with a majority of those title defenses happening at house shows where they retained over teams like Crimson and Matt Morgan and The Bad Influence. On TV and pay-per-views they also retained the gold over teams like Jeff Hardy and Mr. Anderson, Mexican America, and most notably the Motor City Machine Guns at Lockdown 2012. Fun fact, around this time Magnus and Joe also won the Global Honored Crown Tag Team titles and held them for 78 days, making them the first TNA wrestlers to win gold in GHC, 5 years before Eddie Edwards did. At Sacrifice 2012, The Bad Influence would beat Joe and Magnus to become the new tag team champions, and sadly they would go their separate ways not long afterwards. Although they would face each other on and off in singles matches from late 2012 until 2014, their work together was easily the best to come out of the tag division at the time. Number 1. The Latin American Exchange, aka LAX. Just so we're clear, I'm not mentioning the team of Santana and Ortiz for this entry, as they've captured the belts multiple times during their run in the company. Instead, we'll be focusing on the OG version of Homicide and Hernandez. At Sacrifice 2008, TNA hosted the Deuces Wild Tournament to crown the new TNA World Tag Team Champions, where LAX defeated Team 3D in the finals to win the gold. Similar to Magnus and Samoa Joe, LAX defended their tag team titles on house shows, TV tapings, and pay-per-view with their opponents ranging from Team 3D, the Motor City Machine Guns, and the Rock and Rave Infection. Not only that, but Homicide and Hernandez were also partnered with Salinas, aka Shelly Martinez, and Hector Guerrero of the legendary Guerrero family, with the group using every means imaginable to retain the tag team titles. Around the same time, a new tag team had formed in the Cowboy James Storm and Robert Roode. Known as Beer Money Incorporated, later just Beer Money for short, the duo faced LAX on numerous occasions, with their most notable being on pay-per-views. Thanks to James Storm's trusty beer bottle, Beer Money would steal the victory at Hard Justice 2008 and became the new TNA World Tag Team Champions for the first time in their careers. Following a number of failed attempts at regaining the gold, Homicide would join forces with World Elite, thus splitting up the team until they reunited on Impact in 2018 alongside a pre-AEW Eddie Kingston as part of the OGs. With their dominance over the tag team division for 91 days, combined with the teams they battled during their time at the top and being the team to launch Beer Money into success, is what makes Homicide and Hernandez the best one-time TNA World Tag Team Champions. And that's our list. Who do you think was the best TNA tag team to have held the tag titles just once? Leave your thoughts down below in the comments section. Don't forget to follow us on our socials, both on X and Bluesky Social, to be updated on all of our new content.